Leos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for June 27th through the 3rd of July, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Leo, this week, let's go ahead and look at your ruler first, the Sun. There's a lot of this focus, I think, on your aspirations at the moment. I think it's great. You're going to have a new moon here next week, Monday morning, in this 11th house of your aspirations. And so it's great to continue to focus on that. You could be enjoying that. Some of you may be connecting with friends or groups, maybe getting involved with any type of community things. But whatever it is, generally, usually your hopes, your wishes, your ideals for the future. And so a great area to focus and gain that prana, gain that energy, and of course, express yourself through. So that's going to be seen by the Sun. The Sun is going to be trining up to Neptune over the weekend of this week. So you might be feeling this easygoingness over the weekend, maybe involving relationships, which could be good. And again, that those aspirations could be supportive there as well. Now, regarding relationships, this is seen by Saturn. No major changes with Saturn this week. He's still retrograde down there in your 4th house. So continue to reflect on your relationships at the moment, especially with Neptune still retrograde. This is all about building solid foundations with your personal life right now. And this is in your relationships, but just in general. And this is what Saturn in your 4th house has been showing you, building these foundations, whether it's with your personal life, your emotional life, connectivity, openness, because it's all Scorpio, but maybe even too with your health and your family life. Good foundations there can really go a long ways. And it's big picture, of course, with Saturn. Now, with your work, Venus is, of course, in that 11th house, so the work could be with these aspirations or networking or group things, if that's the case. But Venus is forming a couple aspects here this week. On Monday, she's going to be trining up to Neptune, so it could be easy going in the work sector here on Monday or in the daily sphere of things. And as we go into this Thursday, Friday time, as we shift into July, Venus is going to be opposing up to Pluto and sextiling up to Jupiter. So with this one, it's all about balance here with the career stuff and the work stuff. So balance with, I think, the aspirations, while at the same time, this transformation that's been happening with the things that you enjoy in life. All this change happening over these many years about what you enjoy, about your interests, your hobbies, and even you expressing yourself. So it's about having balance here, the balance of both aspirations and what you enjoy in life. And I think as you find that balance, it could be very deep, could be very meaningful for you, and transformative, and even inspiring, because the sextile up to Jupiter in your 1st house could be that. You guys are still learning a lot about yourself, becoming more independent, if that's the case, and just opening your horizons in general. So that's the work sector. In terms of your finances, this is going to be seen by Mercury. Mercury shifting into that 11th house of aspirations this week around Wednesday, and it's a much better place for Mercury to be in. Mercury's been in Taurus, which is a bit slower, a bit more clunky. We have to be patient with things, more about that persistence. But going into Gemini, it's much, it's his sign, so it's much easier for Mercury to express himself there. So that could be perhaps a bit easier there with the financial stuff, if that's the case. If you're feeling any wounds around that, on Monday, Mercury is going to be squaring up to Chiron on Monday, but this is more of an internal process of doing that acceptance, which then leads to that healing. All right, so this is going to take us to the overview, which is everything we haven't covered. Speaking of Monday, Chiron is going retrograde here on Monday, and this is in this 8th house of yours. So you guys are now going through this healing of openness, vulnerability, deep things in your life, and I think it's good to reflect on all that and how you can have more of that in a healthy sense in your life. And I think you'll find that quite healing. Now, there's that Venus trining up to Neptune there on Monday, relating to your work and that maybe easygoingness with the daily spheres, or maybe with your career, even your public life. And then there's that Mars direct, actually. So Mars is going to go direct this week here on Wednesday. And although it's not involving any of those key areas I mentioned, it's still very important. I think what the shift is here for you is in terms of your communication. Because Mars has been retrograde in your 3rd house, helping you learn a lot about communication, how to be independent and direct in the communication, but with tact, with balance, which is all that Libra energy. And also, too, about what really motivates you. What really motivates you in life about learning, about reading or writing or exchanging with others, anything that's 3rd house related. And so there's this shift this week, this newfound motivation perhaps that you've been reflecting on, and that can continue into July, which right now on some level, your motivation energies are low because you got Mars at the bottom of your chart, but certainly as we go through the year, a lot more of that motivation continuing to move forward for you. All right, and then Venus, there's that opposition going into July. So it's all about that balance and tact there with the career stuff, which could be that transformation and inspiration perhaps. And then that Sun trining up to Neptune, Saturday and Sunday, that easygoingness over the weekend. And maybe it's from all this focus, new things that you could be focused on relating to the future. All right, so Leos, hope you guys have an excellent week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.